Alright, so I decided to paint this balancer. It was looking a little gross. So anyway, all you gotta do is put it up there and then draw it in with this bolt. And I'm gonna torque that later once I have the engine off of this engine stand. Alright, so I have a regular parts store idler here, and it has the spacer from the old tensioner and the bolt as well. So you just take the spacer and put it on the back, and then run the bolt through it. Okay, so now I can put the oil cooler on. I flushed it all out because I was worried if there was any type of chips. I did find a little piece of like RTV caught in there from the previous owner, but like 2 flakes was in there, so I think I'm gonna be okay. Don't forget the O-ring. Alright, so I got this extremely crappy alternator put up here, and it has like a viscous style coupling. You can see in there. They're not exactly linked. I guess that was apparently later or an 04 type thing that they changed. And so anyway, that is annoying to get on because you have to either take this bracket, whole bracket that it's on, you either have to pull it out or you have to take this guy off. Either way, that sucks. So I think what I'm gonna do here is try and clearance that just enough so that this bolt can come out straight, because this alternator does not look like it's got very much life left in it. And if that happens, that means I'll be doing this in the car, in which case I don't want to have to jack around with this more than I have to. So I'm gonna make a little mod here, or try to, and we'll see how it turns out. There we go. Alright, with the finest butchery here, I have relieved the edge of this with my, I actually ended up using a cutoff wheel for, I would say, the majority of it. Man, that turned out, I mean, good enough here. So yeah, you can just run that bolt out now, and you don't have to piss with trying to take this off or the bracket off or anything, because I just have a feeling, especially now with all the aluminum pieces that are flying around here, that alternator is probably gonna crap out. That is some real fine fab work there. We just barely nicked off the bottom of the bolt there, and I don't think we're gonna have any issues as far as holding this together. Okay, one of the last things I have to put in is this VCT solenoid, and basically this works by directing oil pressure into that phaser, and it changes the cam timing. So you just need to be kind of careful here. I have it covered in oil, and then you just kind of drop it in here like so, and you want to get it seated all the way down there. It's not quite, but I'll have to use both hands to do that, and then one bolt to hold it down. Alright, so don't forget to install your cam position sensor. And so it goes in right here, and it picks up on the teeth on the back of that camshaft. Alright, well, I spent the last couple nights farting around getting all these little details sorted that are kind of boring, but we're talking dipstick, I blasted and painted. This bracket, I blasted and painted. Thermostat housings up there. Starters on there now. This intake manifold, I guess I would call it lower, but the second portion of that's on. Just kind of tidying up and cleaning up different items so that they could be really settled and ready to go into the car. So now is the time here. I'm gonna lift this off and start positioning things, because I think I'm gonna try and bring the car into this room. Right now it's on the other side of that tarp wall. It's cold over there, it's not insulated, and in here is, you know, kind of with that, it's a double tarp wall, so it has a nice air barrier there. So anyway, I think I can fit it in here. I've had a car in here before with reasonable amount of room. In fact, I did an engine swap in here once before. So I'm gonna kind of clean up some of this right here and try and make room for it, and we'll see how it goes. But at least for now, that will probably be the last of the engine stuff, hopefully. Hopefully it runs, and hopefully that process all was good to go, but kind of a long process, I'll say. But I was trying to really do a good job and, you know, make it look half decent, because it is a daily, but I do kind of want it to look somewhat nice. If it just requires a little time, that's okay.